There we go. Things are starting to make some sense whatsoever. Cool. Go live. Sweet. Let's go over here. Start it up. And okay, I feel like there's something I'm missing, but I'm not sure what. Sure what? Yeah, that's correct. Oh, check if you're actually. See what we got here. We're good. 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 And good. All right. Take Infinity and boom. We were chilling. No? Can you prove that? From the outside in, it looks like he's definitely an imaginary friend. For me, I haven't seen any proof proving him whatsoever. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right. Can you prove it? No, it's not up to me to prove your God to you. Prove against your God. It's not how that works. I'm not required to prove against your God that you have no proof for any more that you're not required to prove that there's not a dragon in my closet right now. It's not how that works. How come you transitioned into atheist? I didn't see any evidence for God being real. That's why I transitioned. What's your proof God's not real? You're not going to be a productive conversation. See you later. You're not worth my time. Stop wasting my time. Get out. Get out. Get out. You're stupid. Let me join. I'm waiting on guess. I like to warm up a bit before I let up guess. Normally takes like I don't know, like 20 minutes or so. We'll see. How do you sleep at night knowing you're correct? Not very well recently. My sleep schedule's been not good at all. How you doing, Puff Gordy? How's your day going? How's your day? How's your night? How's your life? How's your knife? How's your wife? How's your strife? Let me join. All right, you're just, yeah, no. Literally said, no, I'm not bringing up guests right now. You just re-asked. All right, yeah, see you later. I'm in no mood tonight. It's cold. Just no. It's not happening. Decline. Ugh. See you later. Take care. Is it snowing in your state? I think it is. I'm not sure though. It's like 1 degree where I'm at. Like 1 degree Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius. But yeah, how y'all doing tonight? But yeah, it's like 1 degree Fahrenheit where I'm at. It's really, really bad. 7 degrees here without wind chill. Jeez, man. Sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Sorry you've strayed from God, but he wants to be close to you. May God save your soul. If he wanted to be close, he knows where to find me. He wouldn't send a bunch of Christians to spew useless catchphrases in my chat. Like, I'm sorry you've strayed from God. The universe's order and moral law suggests a cause, which is God. That's just both incorrect. Order, you don't have an extra universal standard for disorder. And if there was one moral law, then everybody would agree on it. And before you bring up something that we find morally repugnant, there's people that don't find these things morally repugnant. I'm not one of them, but, you know. Tattoo Clay, thank you for the follow. God equals Phantom Boogeyman, I would agree. What's up, Plant-Based Brother? And what's up, Vade? How you doing? Welcome back. You will learn. No thanks, I'm good. What's my, is my, alerts? Are they muted today? I don't know. Thank you for the heart me and the GG, appreciate it. God of the gaps, basically. Yeah. What's wrong with my alerts today? It's been a shit sandwich of a day. I am in zilch mood. I just learned about abiogenesis today. It's a fun read for sure. Especially with the new protocell experiments that came out back in like August. It's a good read. Alright, let's see here. Tom is simping for a billionaire, can't believe it. Just because all people don't agree doesn't mean it isn't right. So how do you know what's right and wrong though? That's what I'm getting at. Because all somebody can say is I disagree, and you can disagree with them strongly, but that doesn't mean it's like automatically right versus wrong. The consensus used to think just a couple hundred years ago that slavery was right. Did that change? If so, did God change? King Morocco, thank you for the follow. The worst decision a person can make? No, I'm doing great. Can you please explain how something can come from nothing? Once I say that, I'll explain it to you. But if once you put words in my mouth, there's no need for me to, whatever. Panic, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. No, God does not change. So how can morality change and God is the cause of morality if God doesn't change? I don't know. That's what we have to decide. Yes, that's kind of what I'm getting at. That's exactly what I'm getting at. That's literally exactly what I'm getting at, Vade. Yes, it's not on some God that we can't account for to decide our morality for us. So you believe the universe existed eternally? Personally, yeah. It's funny, I was an atheist turned believer. Let's go, let's go. What are your thoughts on the almighty Patrick Mahomes? No comment on football, dude. I'm hurt, man. I'm not hurt, but like I just need my Lions to go to the Super Bowl, man. They're pulling my goddamn hair out. I need these win conditions, dude. False God doesn't need a creator. I never said he did. The world is impossibly engineered. No, if it was, I'm gonna stop reading right there. If it were impossibly engineered, then we wouldn't be here. But it's here, so you can't say impossibly engineered. Even if you do believe in God, you'd have to say it's you have to say that it's still possibly engineered. I hate to go off of just some random word that you use, but we got to be intentional with our words. Did you dodge my question? No, I'm not. I'm reading two different chats. You're not that important to me. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I'm reading two different chats. TikTok chat's more active. I'm typically leaning over to her TikTok chat a little bit more. Did you dodge my question? Did you dodge these nuts? How do you account for logic from the atheist worldview? I'm not going to answer the question. Because then you'll just say arbitrary, circular, instead of, and just outright ignoring that things can be self-evidently true. Can I just say I like your voice? I appreciate it. Thank you. This is the Cowboys ear. I'm hoping it's the Lions ear, dude. I love God and I'll always love him. This probably isn't the stream for you then, and that's completely fine. Anyway, what did you say? And also I did answer your question. I said, yes, I do believe the universe existed eternally, so I don't know what you're on about. So you deny the scientific consensus about the Big Bang? Physicists don't make any claims about what happened before the Big Bang. Neither do I, but I come up with my own hypothesis. Some people can say some sort of something from nothing. Some can say existed eternally in some form. I'm in the latter. So I don't know what to tell you. My boy Hugh, what's up, Reverse Starks? Is it the Detroit Lions or whatever? Yeah, it's the Detroit Lions. All right, let me catch up on a TikTok chat real quick. We cannot truly believe we figured it out in our lifetime. I would agree for sure. Just no need to put anything into that gap of knowledge, you know? The Big Bang Theory only says that the universe came from a small particle. That is not what it said, man. That is. It didn't say small particle. It says, a previously. I'll get the exact words for you. I don't know. Let's do some homework for people tonight. I don't know. Looks like it's gonna be one of those. 1 second. Ugh. Even got into my bookmark bar. A physical theory that describes how the universe expanded from an initial state of high density and temperature. So I hope this helps. Science has always had the ability to accept the fact that they were wrong. Religion does not. Exactly. That's why I find religion extra unacceptable, at least logically speaking. You know, they're like, oh, but science changes. Science is self-correcting. I'll trust something that changes 1,000 times over something that's automatically right and that's never to be questioned. Especially something that says a snake's talk. Thoughts on the Bible being a distillation of a lot of meaningful narratives. Thoughts on the evolutionary sense of God being programmed into people. If it's not something I can logically or like physically account for, then it's not something I typically try to, grapple with. I hope that answers your second part of the question. But the first one, I mean, a lot of religious texts can be seen in that way. The ones that came before the Bible, the ones that came after it, it's, So the universe existed eternally as a singularity, then suddenly 14 billion years ago it decided to expand. What's your basis for your belief? If your argument comes from, if you have to base your argument based on like putting words into my mouth, then it's by default a bad argument. Ask what I think about the hypothesis for an eternally existing universe and then rebut that. Don't just say like, oh, so you think this and that and the third, and so what's your basis for the basis of the nomocolon? No, ask me what I believe, and then go off of that. If I'm wrong, nothing happens. If you're wrong, you'll suffer forever. No, incorrect. I worship a God that values atheists over anybody else who believes in a false God. So you're going to suffer in my religion. I'm not going to suffer in yours. God is outside time. He existed always outside time. So basically, he existed for 0 seconds before creating the universe. Is that what you're saying? If so, I agree with you. Do you enjoy cranberry juice? I love cranberry juice, yeah. When the only evidence that exists is anecdote/experience, is not evidence, it's hearsay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The only ex-Christian you say you was God creating you and you turn... What? The only ex-Christian you say you was God creating you and you... Smiles for you. Do you mind writing that in a way that doesn't make me want to kill myself in GTA 5? Blueberry juice is the best juice. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Do you believe the universe existed as a singularity until it decided to expand in the Big Bang? No, I believe in the cyclical hypothesis, that the universe is in an eternal cycle of expansion and contraction. Time is a distance between one point and another. Exactly, it's a description, not a prescription or like some sort of linear construct that we're moving through. What's your core reason why you don't believe? Lack of evidence is my core reason. What's your justification for knowledge and logic? Both self-evident concepts. Once you define them properly, they're both self-evident. Don't require any sort of God outside of it. It's a law, not a description. And law? I wouldn't say law. Law of time? Nah, we just disagree. Apple juice is the epitome of mid juice. I wouldn't say it's mid, but it's not the best. It's not the best. People say most of the touted over pineapple juice, over pomegranate, over cranberry, over like these exotic juices. It's like, get out of my face. How is it 0 seconds if outside of time? Here's my syllogisms for you. Time, seconds, minutes, hours, milliseconds. All of these are measurements of time. This time only exists in our universe. God was before our universe. God exists outside of time. Therefore, God existed for 0 seconds before creating our universe. That's the logical syllogism. Do you agree or do you not agree? And if you don't, then tell me what part you don't agree with. Because if you do agree, you're admitting that it's completely nonsense to say "quote unquote" outside of time. Doesn't make sense. Why? Which part do you not agree with? Oh, got mass reported. That's all right. Oh. It's a mid appeal. I said in GTA 5, dude. Come on. Suicide and self-harm. Get out of here. I said in GTA 5. Come on, man. We're back. Alright, I'll just concentrate on YouTube, I guess. We don't have any reason to think gods were involved, and gods aren't the only other option. Insert anything you like into the place where you think God has to be. Yeah, I could just say aliens. Or fairies, you know? I could say some dude named Dave who farted. I could say anything I want to. Why do you believe in the cyclical cycle? Do you have empirical evidence of that? No, it's a hypothesis. Same way there's no empirical evidence for a God shitting out a universe. Papyrus was very expensive at the time, and so that's why I don't think we can find the 500 eyewitnesses Paul talked about. I don't think it came down to expensive. I think it's just written it down, just like, oh, here's thing backs up thing, basically. I don't know. I think it requires less assumptions than to say like, oh, let's not take down each 500 eyewitness testimony about this thing, you know? Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? Do you believe in magic? Why don't you trust him that there were a lot of eyewitnesses? Because the event that he's describing being witnessed is supernatural in nature. Somebody rising from the dead. I'm on YouTube now. You are on YouTube. What is up, man? Explain why it takes 7 to 17 years for him to write it. Don't look to me, dude. Don't look at me. I'm very pragmatic in my philosophy. You know, if thing very clearly appears to be one way, I have no reason to think it's not other way. So you believe the cyclical universe without evidence, but somehow not God without evidence? Are you being hypocritical in that case? No, it's consistent. You know, because one is because basically we're both answering an unanswerable question: where did the universe come from? Right? I'm simply making a hypothesis that requires less assumptions than the idea that something with intent chose to create our universe, rather than that the science that we have so far available to us is kind of alluding to, even though it can't prove it outright. I'm believing based on likelihood. What's up, Grand Dang? How you doing today? You love the fact that you can jump app to app? Yeah, that's kind of the reason I stream on so many different platforms. It's like, give people a choice. Free will, free choice. You know. But yeah, I'm doing good, Grand Dang. I just got my life taken down for suicide and self-harm. Because I said I told somebody to not write one, like they were having like a stroke and grammar comment. And I said, can you write it out in a way that doesn't make me want to kill myself in GTA 5? Yeah. Why is personal experience not reliable? Because people's subjective experience don't always it's not always reliable. People can lie, people can be hallucinating, people can be conditioned, people can be hypnotized. There's a lot of different reasons it's unreliable. People can give a false attribution of their personal experience to something else. There's a lot of different reasons. Occam's razor, exactly. It's all it comes down to. Because everything in history was written down by eyewitnesses, right? But the reason I'm going to be a lot more likely to believe other stories that could not be true versus a story of a resurrection that has eyewitness accounts is because one of these things happen, or one of these things describes things that can happen and one doesn't, right? If there were eyewitnesses say that a guy went to the supermarket last week, I'd believe that, even if it could be untrue, right? It could be a complete lie. I'll believe it. Guys go to the supermarket. Yeah, that's natural. Somebody resurrected from the dead, somebody shot lasers out of their tuchus, then, it gets a lot more dicey. It gets a lot more dicey. It seems to me you're being a hypocrite for believing a cyclical universe without any empirical evidence, but somehow God is projected for the same reason. It seems to me like you're ignoring the reason that I subscribe to one hypothesis over the other. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like you want to stick to trying to critique my worldview and the epistemology behind why I came to it, rather than address the issues with my worldview over yours. That's what it seems like to me, but I mean, I could be wrong. Don't you think that what moves human beings are desires instead of reason? Reason has no purpose. Only the search for satisfaction has purpose. Different for different people, honestly. You say those because one is more likely than the other, but what is the basis of thinking that? It's basically Occam's razor, In the rest of my life, things are shown to be more likely, or at the very least, make more sense if they make less baseless assumptions. And so why not stick to Occam's razor in that regard? We do have some evidence that matter and energy cannot be created or destroyed. One can infer that matter and energy are eternal. Exactly. Pretty easy syllogism. Matter and energy cannot be created or destroyed. Matter and energy exist, therefore matter and energy always existed. Unprovable, but at least it tracks. One hypothesis does not require something more than a natural. Exactly. But I think it's just gonna go still stick to like but you still believe in hypothesis, it's unproven versus just acknowledging what I'm saying to him. I think Occam's razor says God is more likely. How am I wrong? Basically, how many more assumptions do you make? Let's look at it just at the baseline here. And if you disagree, if there's something I'm missing here, I don't want to straw man you. Just make sure to call me out on it. But in my worldview, universe is always eternal. Universe has always existed. One assumption. In your worldview, God created the universe. One assumption. But how did that God get here? God always existed. Two assumptions. Two is more than one, meaning yours is, according to Occam's razor, less likely than mine. If I'm wrong about that, though, do correct me, but just to make sure we're on the same page, because I don't feel like you're being intellectually honest with me. Actions on the quantum level are random based on uncertainty principles, so do we really have free will? I don't think we have free will personally, no. I don't think free will exists. I think free will is an illusion. I don't know. God could have existed in higher dimensions. Possible. These things have explanatory power. My point is that I have no reason to subscribe to them. No logical reason, no evidential reason, obviously no historical or archaeological reason. And I prayed to the guy, so no evidential reason either. All right, I'm back. Welcome back. Think of it this way: someone in the fourth dimension can see all of 3D space, so God in a higher dimension can see all time. The thing with time is that I don't think of time as like some linear construct that we're moving through. It's intuitive, sure. I get that. It is intuitive thought for us as humans to have memories and shit, but yeah, I don't think of it in that way. I think of it's more like a description of our reality rather than like a some outside of ourself thing that we're confined to. The universe is a manifestation of the eternally existing God. How is that not reasonable? Okay, you're going in circles, man. You're going in circles. Address what I said. Am I wrong about the fact that it takes two assumptions to say that God created the universe and God always existed? Now, if you want to be pantheist to say the universe is God in some regard, then okay, we're starting to cook a little bit, you know. But I'm trying to stick with what I'm saying here, you know. Don't try to weasel around, make this some sort of WWE match. No, stick with what I'm saying. So he didn't have to have a beginning. Explanatorily speaking, he didn't, right? But there's no reason for me to believe that, you know? Plus, when people say outside of time, that then just confines them to thinking that he existed for 0 seconds before the start of the universe, which to me, at least intuitively speaking, sounds like they're admitting he doesn't exist. You already say you believe things without any empirical or rational evidence, to stop pretending that's a basis for you. Okay, you're just being intellectually dishonest. I never want to see you ever again. I hate people like you. I can't do it. Can't do it, won't do it, sorry. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not, dude. Nope. Never again. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. If I'm explaining myself as succinctly as humanly possible and as intentionally as possible, and you're still trying to stick with your bullshit, it's just not gonna work for me. I'm sorry, can't do it. Won't happen. Can't happen. I refuse. God isn't an imaginary friend. He's an imaginary father figure. Fair take. Fair take. What's up, David? I think he is the alpha and the omega. I don't think he's the alpha and the omega. I think he's a concept, like a being made out of a concept of some sort of unanswerable questions. That's all I think it is. One of these days I'll come back with evidence. I appreciate the honesty for sure. Yeah, you know. Sincerely appreciate it. One of these days I'll come back with evidence. I appreciate the honesty for sure. Yeah, you know. Sincerely appreciate it. Yeah, bye. Yeah, yeah. Most honest, Phil, bro. Yeah, bye. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait, I'm repeating. Gotta mute this. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. We should be good. Desktop audio was on too, so probably sounded wonky for like a minute there. Had my earbud out. Alright, let's see what TikTok has to say about my, appeal. Hopefully they approve it soon. Because, like, I did say in GTA 5, they have no basis for banning me, but I don't know. But yeah, cannot, will not, refuse to. Absolutely will not stand dishonesty. Can't do it, won't do it. Which, in your belief, that's a fair opinion? Okay, sweet. Appreciate it, I think. Alright, now what? What do we do now that we're waiting for, this TikTok appeal to go through? They probably won't approve it though. They've been kind of hard on me recently. Right, let's check this over here. Ugh. All right. Have you read the entire Bible? I've read the entire Bible twice. I read it once as a Christian, and that's kind of what started me deconstructing, because I got to a part in there that not a part, but a few parts. But the biggest nail in the coffin was one part that made me think about God differently and what he valued. And then after that, looked into apologetics to kind of fix that up a little bit. Like, okay, well, maybe I just got the wrong understanding. And they were given like contradictory kind of, you know, weird accounts that I found suspicious. So I looked into the evidence and found none of it convincing. And I read it a second time just like last summer. Last summer, or was it fall? I think it was like summer, fall, and somewhere in between there. I don't know. What problems do you have about morals of the God in the Bible? Funny enough, it wasn't the morality part that got me, but now that you mention it, Yeah, he condoned slavery. He committed genocide against an entire planet. He he gave Job's family over to Satan on a bet that he knew he would win because he's all knowing. Condoned pedophilia. He condoned sexual assault. Oh, I can say rape on YouTube, unfortunately, but I like using the word because it's like it's so sick that I want it to stick. He condoned rape. Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 28. He condoned it. Commanded infanticide in 1 Samuel 15:3. Created a system of eternal torture or separation, or whatever you want to call it, solely because people don't believe he exists, and then chose to only give proof of his existence in some book that's rife with narrative contradictions. It's like, I think all of these things are awful. There's no proof for God. People who say that come back with something like Ron Wyatt. Exactly. Or some sort of logical argument that they're not tracking. That they just copy from Cliff Nettle. But yeah, to answer the question, I've read the entire Bible twice. 2 out of 10 I would not recommend. Well, I'll say this about the story. It is a pretty thought out, not thought out like that it's, good, but it's a pretty fleshed out mythos. So in that regard, maybe 6 out of 10, but yeah, would not recommend it to apply your life to it. Who the heck is Ron Wyatt? Ron Wyatt was a nurse who claimed to be an archaeologist or to be qualified to make archaeological digs. And then he discovered a lot of different, quote unquote, discovered a lot of different artifacts that were, that showed the Bible to be real, but it was just fake. They were all fake. Found the Ark of the Covenant, found this, found that, found the third, but all of it was fake. He lied. Now people, nowadays believe that he told the truth, or like they don't understand that who the person was behind these different discoveries. So he just they go around saying, but they found the ark, they found the chariot wheels on the bottom of the Red Sea, even though it was talking about a whole different sea. It was a mistranslation. It's like, okay, like, yeah, that's who Ron White is. What do you say that God is an imaginary friend and not an imaginary father? As long as we get the imaginary part, then that's all I really worry about. So some say he's their friend, some say father, some say Lord, some say king, some say all of the above. Some combination of them. Other ones I've missed. As long as we can agree that he's imaginary, is what I'm getting at. The thing that got me was that light was created before the sun and stars, and also that vegetation was created before the sun. That was a pretty huge one. Dude found over 100 things. Yeah, dude is a by saying God is morally wrong, you're immediately making the assumption that you know what's morally wrong or right. Incorrect. I'm saying that my morals disagree with the God of the Bible, and that most people's morals disagree with a lot of the things that are said about that God did in the Bible. That's what I'm saying. Wrong and right, if you're taking that literally, I mean, I get why you're taking it literally, but I'm not using it in a literal term. And when you're talking about morality, I don't think there's such thing as morally wrong or morally right. I think it's not because everything's permissible before somebody tries to misrepresent me, but because it's a logical category error. To say he's right when he's proven wrong is very intellectually dishonest. If you're talking about like other people that agree, I wouldn't even say they're dishonest. A lot of them just don't know, Like they'll look at Facebook like archaeologists discovered the Ark of the Covenant, and it comes back to the 90s, and it's from him. They just don't know. I'm cool with people not knowing, and if they spout off like something incorrect and they've just misinformed, okay, that's fine, but a lot of them stick to it, and that's where I start to get upset. When in reality, your morality was shaped by society, and so how do you know what you've been taught about morality is right or wrong? Welcome to the moral debate that's quite literally been going on since the beginning of history. Welcome to it. Society shapes morals, upbringing shapes morals, culture shapes morals, your kindness and your empathy shapes morals, the evolutionary advantage that comes with being empathetic to people, and so that you create a society that can allow for us to get along better as human beings, that shapes your morality. A lot of different things shape your morality over time. To try to take it out to some sort of objective right or objective wrong is just like a misconstruing of the strength of your beliefs with some sort of truth that you have access to or not. Let's see here. Have you looked into the synoptic problem? I think it's one of my favorite talking points when chatting with Christians. No, I haven't. What is it? I haven't heard about it before. Crazy thing is atheists know the Bible better than most Christians. That's been my experience for sure. Just because you disagree with them doesn't mean it should be an issue if you're deciding if it's true or not. Sure, it can. You know. Just because I openly admit that musical taste is subjective doesn't mean that I should then automatically want to listen to country music if I personally don't like it. Us coming to a general consensus agreement is not some sort of basis for objective morality. I don't know what to tell you. Objective morality is one of the worst arguments. That it's one of the low-hanging fruits that I made a video on. I have to go now. I hope you're looking at what I'm saying more. So I'll wrap up with a summary. You're more. So therefore, it's not a valid reason. Oh, there's plenty of reasons I don't believe in God. Your baseless moral presuppositions aside, there's a lot of different reasons. But you said you were going, so I'll stop talking to you now. Take care. Have a great rest of your night. So you believe morality is subjective? I do believe morality is subjective, yeah. And that's where the evidence leads to. Many say that we believe in God because we were indoctrinated since we were children, just like Santa Claus. Well, why do we discover that Santa Claus is a lie when we are adults, but not God? Because there's no real implications that come with tossing away your belief in Santa Claus, you know? Presented with, plus like the belief in Santa Claus is easily disproven, with your parents giving you the receipts for the gifts that they bought you. Plus, if you don't believe in Santa, there's nothing saying that you're going to go to hell, you know? So that therein lies the difference. With God, it's a lot more complicated than that. Because you're trying to say like some infinite being outside of time and space and all that, and what the what. It's, you know, now you're talking to things that can't be proven one way or the other. Let's see here. Of course, morality is subjective. Is there some force field that stops people from doing the wrong thing? Of course not. Exactly. And people try to take like an absolute morality, and I mean like an absolute personal morality. Like, say with me with pedophilia, right? I think that's absolutely wrong, and that I don't think there's ever going to be a situation where I find pedophilia to be permissible, right? But people will take like the strength of your moral convictions and then try to say they're appealing to some sort of standard outside of your mind, and it's like it's just not how that works. Realistically, it's just not how the world works. The people who think it don't are just cynical. And I mean, like, I get it. There's plenty of reasons to be cynical if you look at the world around you, but, you know, it just boils down to cynicism. Saying atheists like me and Hugh would go to hell isn't biblical either. Nowhere does say unbelievers will burn in torment for eternity. Yeah. That's a whole other can of worms, though. And the reason I don't ever go over it in my lives is because, A, a lot of them like to misconstrue verses and it never leads to a productive conversation. And B, it's something that so many of them believe that I just don't bother. It's like trying to, you know, walk up a shit hill. It's like, what's the point? Hugh and Great Share on the talk. Great Share on the talk. Santa versus Satan. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, what's up, dude? I'm not sure. Yeah, but welcome in. My lunch is over now. Good chatting with you. I'll be back tomorrow if you are live around this time. I'll probably try to go for an afternoon stream tomorrow, like a really long afternoon one that goes until like prime time. We'll see though. We'll see. If it's subjective, doesn't that mean the most evil people are just as moral or right as you? So with you saying the word right, you're committing a category error. You know, people try to, and maybe you're not doing it intentionally, so I won't really get on you. Especially because, like, I know you're at heart, like, at least some, you know, as a decent person. But a lot of people do this misrepresentation of saying, like, a subjective morality automatically means that you have to agree with bad people or people that you find to be bad, and that you have to find everything that they do permissible. You know, objectively speaking, to some sort of standard that we can appeal to outside of the human mind, there's nothing separating what we do morally from each other. That's what I'm getting at. You know, the only reason somebody would find that to be a scary thought is because they're cynical, as they should be, but just to make sure we're on the same page here. If you disagree, then please do tell me, though. The synoptic problem is basically the question of why there's such strong evidence that Matthew and Luke copied large swaths of Mark, or all three copied some other source now lost to us. I heard about that. When I was reading about the Gospels on, you know, oh my God, it's -3 degrees outside. Ugh. They have the nerve to say it's -3 and sunny outside. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Anyway, but yeah, a lot of in particular Luke, that was the real huge one. But yeah, they were definitely copied off of each other. I try not to get too much into like biblical authorship with a lot of them because most of them haven't even read the Bible to begin with. Subjective morality means we get to decide what's right and wrong, and we can all judge others based on our own standards. Exactly, which is surprise, surprise, the way the world's worked so far. So you know, wait. Okay, we're back on TikTok. I just got the appeal. The appeal went through. We made it. How arrogant to say there is not God. How arrogant to say that because you exist on one planet out of 6 trillions of planets, that there has to be some God that created the planet specifically for you. I say we're just, you know, people that happen to spurn up on one marble out of the billions and trillions and sextillions of marbles out there. You think that because we, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't like to put words in people's mouths, but you believe because the world works good enough for us, and because the world is the way it is for whatever reason, that there has to have been a God that created it especially for us. Do correct me if I'm wrong, though. Since there are no gods enforcing any moral standards in this world, we live in a world that looks exactly like there are not God-established morality. Exactly, exactly. If there was one God saying that, to me personally, the thing that I'm most strongly subjectively find repugnant is pedophilia. You know, worst of the worst. If there was one God enforcing that, then Iraq wouldn't be changing the age of consent to 9 years old. So, you know, there you go. And plus, it's kind of weird. Just before I go back live on TikTok, real quick. I gotta close Live Studio first. Wait. Okay. Before I go back live on TikTok, real quick, I gotta say that it's kind of weird that people do try to argue for quote unquote objective morality, which I mean, even definitionally doesn't make sense, right? But let's beside the point. People argue for it while actively admitting that they find things repugnant, like morally repugnant, that their God condones or has commanded or has done in the Bible. Why aren't you live on TikTok? I got banned. I can say the joke. It's not a joke. It's basically somebody typed like some stroke grammar comment. I don't even remember the question, but it was like, you know, Christian grammar basically. And I said, can you type that in the way that makes me not want to kill myself in GTA 5? And TikTok took me down for suicide and self-harm. All right, let's go ahead and start that back up. Ugh. Oh wait, let me check this real quick. Why does this keep doing this, man? What the fuck is going on, dude? All right, wait 1 second. I guess I don't understand why this keeps happening. So apparently it's just part of my checklist, I guess. Some things are better than others. We can come to a subjective agreement, sure, but to say better or worse appeals to some standard that we cannot substantiate. Content, live, I guess. Don't know why this keeps happening. I 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 just don't know why this keeps happening. Oh, this was 6 seconds. I can, oh, wait, not download it. Fuck. Okay, delete forever. Delete forever. Boom. Yeah, I'm about to restart on TikTok now, though. The appeal did go through. I said in GTA 5, though, and that's what I meant, for sure. I wasn't, obviously, I don't want to kill myself over somebody's comment. Alright, let's do it. Let's go back. If you agree upon an objective, then you can make some argument of why X is better than Y in achieving that objective. Yeah, exactly. Instead of just appealing to because God said so. Or because a God made me to think this way. So it's possible that kicking a puppy is better than helping an old lady across the street. So you're doing exactly what most people do, Bruce, which is that you're misrepresenting the idea of categorical subjectivity with some sort of personal sense of permissibility. You know? I'm saying that morality is not objective because categorically and logically and demonstrably it isn't. You're trying to say, oh, that means you think everything's permissible, or you think things can be other good, you know, bad things can be, you know, whatever. Ask that to a psychopath, they'll probably have a different answer for you. And the fact of the matter that we are two individuals that potentially have different answers show that morality is subjective. So if I choose to smack your majestic face and you get upset, but I think it's a good thing, what do? I beat your ass, because that's what I think I should do. You know? That doesn't mean I have to appeal to some objective standard to think you don't get your ass beat. I would never, though. I love you. One's moral goals are subjectively chosen. Actions which get us closer or further away from those goals can be objectively evaluated. I'd say in that regard, I would agree with you. Yeah. Basically, like harm and the experience of harm is an objectively demonstrable experience, but our application of that is what makes the moral system subjective. I don't know though. Oh wait, I remember you. I forgot to do this yesterday. Minimizing harm and maximizing flourishing are fine goals. Yeah. Even subjectively aside, evolutionarily speaking, it gets us a lot further. What algorithm am I in? What the hell is going on over on TikTok? Am I glitched? Am I just glitched? There's only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. Connect to TikTok live and okay, we are indeed live. Do I have to restart? What the hell? Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Can you live out subjective truth? I already am. You know? It's already happening. We live in a world. People that think that there's some sort of that don't quite understand the concept, move to Caracas, Venezuela. You know, move to Dhaka, Bangladesh. Move to Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. Let's see if they've somehow reached this objective truth that we all have available to us. I don't believe in Christianity. I believe in Jesus. Those are quite literally the same thing. I shit you not. You don't like the word Christianity because you want your religion to feel better than all the other ones. I'm an atheist, but God is a homie. Not a good one, but you know. No, I mean, just saying no isn't going to help you. It caused you to become an atheist. I looked for evidence and found all of it to be unconvincing. I don't even call it religion, really. It's definitely a religion. Definitionally speaking, it's a religion. But people who are in the religion don't want to call it a religion because they realize there's thousands of other religions and they want their religion to feel better than all the other religions. Jesus didn't bring a religion. He sure as fuck did. There's my least favorite atheist because I'm my own favorite atheist. You know what? You're a solid contender. What's up, man? What's up? How you doing today? I returned to Tic Tac. Welcome back to Tic Tac. I think God's son is really handsome, TBH. If he was born in like the, you know, Palestine-ish, Jordan-ish area, the West Asian area, I'm sorry, he was pretty handsome for sure. Ultimately, yes. Oh, yes to which question? They also get really mad when you call it Christian mythology. In my experience, yeah. I don't often use it, though. Not out of respect, per se, but out of, you know, it just doesn't lead to productive conversation. And that's what I'm after, ultimately. But yeah, they really hate it. It's a belief in a creator that we was told has made us. There's a lot of religions that have that to them. Belief in a creator. Okay, got you. He didn't, but you're being disingenuous. Listen, your lack of ability to, and I'm not going to argue it because it's not the point of the stream, but you're wanting to keep your religion as some sort of special thing over all the others in your head and to kind of separate yourself from the negative connotation of the word religion isn't my problem. It'll never be my problem, and it's not going to be something I debate. Look up the definitions of words, work with the definitions of words like you do in the rest of your life, and then come back to me. If you want to talk about something else, by all means, but I'm not here to, you know, mollycoddle your personal convictions. Cole Lynch, thank you for the follow, and Marion, thank you for the follow as well. What's the difference between a Christian and an atheist? A Christian is somebody who, I mean, I don't like defining Christian because there's so many denominations, but ultimately somebody that thinks that Jesus existed and he was the son of God and that he died and rose again, basically. As an atheist, you just don't believe in any God or God figures. That's really all it comes down to. I love atheism. It's been good for me so far. What's an atheist? Somebody that doesn't believe in any God or God figures. That's all it is. I'm a recovering Italiano Catholic. Are you doing all right, Joe? I know the Catholics can be kind of Maybe not super legalistic, but you know, there's a lot of deconstruction that comes with it. How you doing with it so far? By all available evidence is the God of the Bible, fulfilled ultimately by the person of Jesus Christ. That's just outright incorrect. There's other religions that have far more evidence for you know, at the very least, their central figure being real. Like Muhammad definitely existed, but Islam isn't real. You know. Hey, what's up, Caven? How you doing? Caven or Haven? It looks weird in cursive. I'm gonna go with Haven. That makes more sense. But hey, how you doing today? No such thing as an ex-Christian, Sandra. I don't know what you expected me to do with that. Like, here's your attention, I guess. Like, have at it. You know, chew on it, I guess. Here's your attention. But yeah, I'm not gonna debate whether or not I was a Christian. How do you explain my personal relationship with Christ? I don't think it's a personal relationship with Christ. I think it's an emotional attachment to an idea. Ms. Garza, same deal. Here's your attention that you're after by saying I wasn't a Christian. You can invalidate my experiences in your own mind all you want for whatever reason, but I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you about it. It's just not going to happen. So here's your attention. Have at it. You know, best thing that's happened to you all day, but no, not doing that. Fool! Thank you for the follow. Have you ever read The Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi? I have not. No. You popped up twice on my FYP gang. I trust I will pray for you and I hope you find your way back, gang. I'm not gang, alright? I'm not gang. There's no gang affiliation here. No gang. I just lack a belief in things. Okay, who cares? You do. You came in, Justin. The thing that people do when they don't care, and the thing that's so far hundreds of people have done so far, is they scroll away. You shown that you care, and that you just want attention, and that you're just trying to be antagonistic by coming in to say you don't care. You're the one that cares. I hope this helps. You must have never knew God for real, for real. I don't think I ever knew God, because I don't think God's ever existed. What if I want attention? Oh, you can have all my attention. Alexa, play Attention by Justin Bieber. I don't have Alexa. Do you ever wonder if God is a fourth dimensional being able to affect our reality? Until there's some sort of maybe possible evidence for something like that, I don't really think about it too much. But explanatorily speaking, yeah, it makes sense. Your replies to these comments are funny. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just I've been through it, so it's embittered me by the end of it. What's an atheist? Somebody that doesn't believe in any God or God figures. Spider emoji. Thank you for the follow. I hate spiders, but thank you for the follow. I'm not scared of them, but like they pop up at just like the most random of places. At least other insects have the audacity, you know. Like centipedes. I got some centipedes in my house, but they know to stay out the way, you know. You seem chill. I vibe with your life. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Prove there's no God. That's not how this works. Prove you're God. You make the positive claim. I don't make the positive claim. Prove there's not a dragon in my closet. My favorite atheist is Matt Dillahunty. I like Alex O'Connor. His mind it just works way differently. No, you don't believe in God, but you used to believe in him. Okay. Oh, Miss Garza, you want some more attention? Hopefully this satisfies you. I feel like listening to good music. Oh yeah, good music's always great. I'm Batman, but broke, holeless, etc., etc. What the fuck, dude? I'm broke, holeless, no martial arts skills, not respected. No, it's nothing, not adding to my life at all. Human Centipede is a great movie. Ugh. Ew. Ew. How long were you a Christian? I was a Christian for 19 years. As far back as I can remember until the age of 19. At least tell us you believe in Jeebus. I do love Jeebus. You're the one posting, you need attention? Alright, sweetheart, I'm gonna go ahead and get you on out of here. Ugh, see you later. Ugh, take care. The first two are free, the third one you get muted. See you later, sweetheart. Have a great rest of your night. Make some cookies or something, you know. File your taxes or some shit. Human Centipede hate is so forced. It is not forced. Hello? Like, hello? Forced? Forced? Like, huh? What doesn't work? You're making a claim about there's no God. All right, I want you to look at what I've said I want you to look at my screen. I want you to look at my profile. I want you to look at my about me. I want you to look everywhere you can find and see where I made that claim. You won't find it because you're talking out of your ass. So, I mean, spoiler alert, but by all means, go for it. Or just double down and say, like, no, you're saying there's no God, in which case you get blocked. Because I don't like people like that. I hope your soul rests, brother. I don't think I have a soul. I don't think anyone has a soul, really. I do hold on to aspects of my faith these days because it helps me in times of loss for some reason. And you know what? If that works for you, I'm more than happy for you. I'm thrilled for you. The $32,523 you shall give for selling your souls to Satan and getting this Omnibar branded barcode shall be monitored by Taliban computers, and you get gray scabs on your faces revealing your souls. This is why I love YouTube. People schizo post a lot more over there. Anyway, I don't have a soul since my... Well, yeah, $32,000. I mean, shit. What's up? Ex-Christian means you used to believe God is real. That's correct. You've changed to the negative position, so you're making a claim whether you want to admit it or not. That's not how claims work. I'm sorry, Justin. I mean, you can try to, you know, the dishonesty, it might fly for other people that you scroll across, but it won't work for me. I'm sorry. You know, finding no evidence for the positive claims that you used to believe in isn't a claim in and of itself. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. No soul here. Plenty of holes, though. Yeah, I got a few holes, man. I mean, it's just, yeah, there's some holes there. Is someone with faith better than someone without faith? Serious question. Depends on your opinion, I guess. What if we're just cells or atoms in the universe is God just growing up? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I feel like I would be God's, like, appendix. I don't feel useful. Plenty of holes on the logic of religion. Plenty that I've seen so far, sure. Using logic is dishonest. All right, let me go get you on out of here. Can't stand people like you. Get you on out of here. People like you make me sick. See you later. Done with you. Done with you. Sorry. Sorry, dude. Can't do it. Can't do it. I have a finite amount of time on this planet. You know? I got chronic conditions. I probably got less time than the average person. I'm cool with that. I want to spend as little of that time as possible going back and forth with people who want to be dishonest. It just won't happen. Just won't happen. Sorry. Yeah. I changed the definitions of words, and you think I'm being dishonest? LOL? Like, bye. You're not somebody I want in my life. It's that simple. Being an atheist isn't necessarily a choice, is what you are. Exactly. Wesley, you can have fun over there, dude. Give me any algorithm. By all means, tell me more about barcodes and Satan and souls and shit, by all means. How long have you been an atheist? This will be 10 years. Sometime like later this year, or like in the summer, it'll be 10 years. So I just round up and say 10 years automatically because it's 2025. And I deconstructed in 2015. I feel like it's like the idea of aliens, like it's possible, but we don't know everything as humans. Exactly. At the very least, though, aliens make mathematical and logical sense, you know? Like if you understand evolution and like the, what's the word I'm looking for? The factors that could lead to it and lead to life, then it's at least has some explanatory power. Is it not proven that every aspect of your life gets better submitting to God? Not only is it not proven, but in my life, it's been the exact opposite. I will pray for you. Stay safe and repent. I'm sure you're a nice man and I respect your opinion. Sure. Okay. Go for it, I guess. Knock yourself out. She loves Julia. I'm not going to debate whether or not I was a Christian. If you don't believe me, fine. The stream doesn't exist to you. But it's never going to be something I go back and forth about. You're respectful, bro. Thank you. Have a good night. You have a good rest of your night too, Joe. Appreciate you being here. Did you have any anger while deconstructing? And if so, how did you overcome it? Funny enough, it wasn't really ever anger. It was grief, and it was because like I was lied to by people, but not intentionally. You know, I was lied insofar as they gave me something untrue, thinking that it was true. And so I didn't hold them accountable for it. So there was nobody to be mad at. I couldn't be mad at God. You know, I didn't think he exists. Couldn't be mad at the church. They, you know, they weren't intentionally lying to me. Couldn't be mad at my parents. They weren't intentionally lying. So there wasn't really any anger because there was nobody to direct it at. Furthermore, I never was in a position of thinking that my time was so sacred that It was, there should be anger at it being wasted. Oh, hi. What's up, Jesse? What denomination were you before you became an atheist? I was a Baptist for 16 years and I was apostolic for 2 years. All right, Wesley. You are another big mouth full of yourself and your lies. Your words are vomit, and like a dog licks his own vomits, you lick up yours. Hey, Wesley, by all means, keep commenting. Keep me in the algorithm. I need this. NHI are real. The Fae are real. What the what? The Fae? What's the Fae? So a lot of those holdover from the Old Testament are plain pagan belief. This was by as far as the Jews concerned, to set them apart as God's people and by strict adherence to the law. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Never mind. NHI, I don't know. All right, we're back. Stewart, let me go get you on out of here. Ugh. Oh, you're like 12. Get the fuck out, man. The apostolic will do it. Funny enough, it was their insistence on me reading the Bible that got me out. It wasn't like their doctrine or anything, or like their way of doing things, but it was like their insistence that I read the Bible and read it all the way through. So that's exactly what I did, and that's how I ended up in this position. The people who believe in Satan think that he will be their best friend. I don't believe in Satan. No, you're good. That was my fault for thinking you were talking to me. Wesley's quite unbiblical. Wesley's needs to go back on his medication. That's what needs to happen to Wesley. National Health Index. What this? I don't think I have any NHIs in my life. Flying saucers everywhere in the Holy Bible and orbs. What? I started reading the Holy Bible and all I see is UAP everywhere. I don't know what to make of that, dude. I'll be honest with you. How can something non-existent make something that exists? Easy. I don't think that something non-existent created anything that exists. I don't think God exists, so I don't think God is the cause of us being here and existing. I hope this helps. I hope this helps. You the Arwad, the what? Oh, I'm guessing you read the whole Bible all the way through and stopped believing in God? Yes, I've read it twice actually. Once as a Christian and once as an atheist. You can't find God if you're not looking for him. I don't want to look for that motherfucker anymore. Absolutely not. Just wait for Judgment Day. Spoken like somebody with Stockholm Syndrome. Your beliefs can go in any step you want it to be. I disagree with that. Chemist, priest, professor said being Catholic Jesuit, the pursuit of knowledge rooted in faith. I'm literally in your position. Definitely some positives to religion, though. What are your thoughts? I believe there are some positives and some negatives. In the idea of having something that brings you comfort, something that makes you look forward to the idea of dying, something that explains away the unanswerable questions like where did everything come from? Sure, it's good in that regard, but realistically, pragmatically, it's worked at least in Western cultures and a lot of Middle Eastern cultures, it's worked the exact opposite effect. What's up, Caleb? How you doing today? Did the way other believers act or talk also drive you away from religion somewhat? No, it wasn't anything to do with the people. It was all to do with the Bible. 100% the Bible. Well, not the Bible itself, but God of the Bible. You should talk to Cliff and maybe he'll give you an answer to why God is real and not an imaginary friend. No, he wouldn't. Cliff is and here's the thing about Cliff and like what really infuriates me with him. He's not even the best apologist. The reason people like him is because he catches off-guard college kids and that he says what he says loudly and confidently. He paints himself as imperfect so people can relate to him more, and that's really all it is to him. But he's not a good apologist. I can pull up a Cliff video quite literally right now and debunk all of what he says if it wouldn't drive away viewers. And you might be saying, oh, how do you know it'll drive away viewers? I've done it once before. Cut my viewership in half. Not worth it. What quarrel do you have with the God of the Bible? I just don't think he exists. There's no evidence supporting his existence. Aside from your beliefs in God, do you have any other long-held beliefs that you now disagree with? On some social issues, yeah. I won't get into them because I'm on TikTok and I can't really mention it and be honest with myself. But you can take a pick. I used to be a bit more hateful of a person in some regards, and seeing people as people and not just as some item that have to come to God and have to appease his God's moral standards made me really think about people differently. I feel ashamed of who I used to be in a lot of regards, for sure. Are you sinning for judging him? I don't think so. I don't believe in sin personally, but even still, I think if he's as just and as good as people say he is, then he wouldn't care about people questioning his existence. Need to get rid of that pineapple on pizza belief though. Dude, some olives, some bacon. Like, huh? Are we kidding? Are we joking? Some jalapenos, especially the pickle ones with a little extra brine and salt to them. Oh man. Like I'll give you this: a plain pineapple pizza with nothing else on it. That's okay. That's a little weird. But some bacon, some olive on there, something salty to offset the sweetness. Are we joking? How can I'll die on this hill? Pineapple on pizza slaps with the right toppings. Even without other toppings, it's not bad. It's just like weird, you know. Pepperoni and Mike's Hot Honey. See, skeptics get it. Skeptics over on YouTube gets it. By the way, I am on YouTube. For, you know, just for anybody interested. Weird doesn't make it unreal. What do you mean? Are you talking about the pineapple on pizza? Casual plug, yeah. I really want to get my watch hours up. I don't know, dude. I feel like the next step in this has to be working towards monetizing it, but you know, that's I don't expect to make any real amount of money from this for at least a year. Not that I'm trying to work toward that, and that's the primary reason I do it, but like, you know, realistically speaking, this, you know, just might as well, you know. What do you think happens after death logically? I think that your mind dies with your body, ceases to exist. I think there's nothing after death. It's like before you were born, basically. Because like, your mind wasn't formed before you were born because like, you know, the brain hadn't formed yet and been able to perceive the world around it. And after death, it dies, so. Nothing keeping it on either. How is it disingenuous when there's legitimately zero evidence? Oh, somebody said it's disingenuous to say there's no evidence? Oh, yeah. Ask them to give it then, I guess. Atheism isn't trending well. Funnily enough, you're exactly wrong. I'm not just saying that because I am an atheist, but like statistically speaking, and I'll just to show that like I'm working with statistics and not biases here. Islam is trending upward. Islam's going up. People are becoming more Muslim day by day. I'm not a fan of Islam. It's not for me, right? But people are becoming more Muslim, and people, especially in America, are becoming less Christian and more atheist. It's just statistics. It's the way it's going. It's the way the world's going. Jesus Christ is king. Okay, dude. My real question is, why can't Christians accept atheists? I don't know. A holdover from colonization. I don't know. I'll pray for you. Go knock yourself out. That's a lie. Look it up. Do I have to look it up for you? Do I have to do your homework? Why'd you turn atheist? Lack of evidence for God existing. That's why I turned atheist. I looked for historical evidence, looked for archaeological evidence, looked for the logical arguments, looked into the Bible itself and its own cross references, and looked in outright prayed to the dude. I was like, if you're real, show me, give me something here. Something to work with, and all of it came back flat. So, money is the religion. No, control is definitely the religion. With that comes money, but for sure. America's so religious. Yeah, still like I want to say around 60 something percent of the population is Christian right now, and like some 20% is some other religion. Are you open to meet God? Yeah, I'm open. I got some questions for him. Every knee will confess and every I read that wrong. Every tongue will confess and every knee will bend and every head will bow. This dude's so proud to lose his free will, it's not even funny. I don't know how to answer this, but have a nice night. You have a good night, rest of your night too, Jackson. Science and faith can go hand in hand, like the golden ratio in math being found in nature. It's possible for sure. Not with fundamentalist beliefs, nah, but you can kind of wiggle them around a little bit like everybody does. Anime girl voice, don't ever say that about me ever again, please. Please don't. Do you have any issues with determinism? No, I am a determinist. I don't believe in free will. Even as an atheist, I don't believe in free will. Because I think all of our, if we're just a result of the universe and like a set of causal events, then eventually that would make me believe that all of our decisions are a result of causal events and not because of our own agency, You can't see oxygen, but you believe you can breathe. The difference between God and oxygen is that A, I never said that not being able to see God is the only reason I don't believe he exists. But B, you can see oxygen. If it's, I can go outside right now. It is, oh my God, -4 degrees outside. If I go outside and breathe, I can see the oxygen. If I, leave some liquid nitrogen in a cup and then let it evaporate off, liquid oxygen will be left over. Visible liquid oxygen. So stop it. Guess you're a leftist. You just definitely summed it up. If you live your life based around what people far richer than you and who will be successful, more successful than you ever will be, are doing, and like what their policies are, then you are pathetic. I'm so sorry, but fuck it. If you're that wrapped up in politics, if you're that, especially now that our president's a billionaire, if you're so wrapped up in politics that you got to simp for a fucking billionaire, you are fucking pathetic. Even on the Democratic side, people that are making actual moves with the nation, even if Joe Biden was still in office, if you're living your whole life based around what somebody in office is doing, you need a fucking life. I could not fully succumb to hard determinism. It's not for everybody. What was the last grade you completed? I dropped out after 1 semester in college. The poorest are always Republican too. We're not gonna go over politics, but statistically speaking, you are correct. Yeah. What if world flood is just river just overflowed its banks? Their local world is in fact flooded. I mean, that's possible, but I got to take the word literally, especially when translated from the Hebrew. What's your age? I'm 28 years old. What was your major? I was trying to get into, I was doing my prereqs to become a radiography technician. And then maybe a radiologist after that, or like a radiographer or something after that. But yeah. One semester of prereqs, and I was like, nah, fuck this. Are you married? No, I'm not married. So if God is real and you meet him when you die, what then? It depends on what God. If the God that exists is as petty as to think that me not believing he exists is good enough for punishment, then I'll be punished. That's what's going to happen. If the God that exists is petty and self-centered and narcissistic like that, then that's my reality. If he's so inefficient as to not give people tangible evidence for the things that they dedicate their life to, then, he's inefficient and I get punished for it. That's what's going to happen. Atheists are statistically smarter than Christians. You are correct. You are correct. How do you get a girlfriend? In my experience, go on Bumble. Go on Bumble, and like when somebody matches with you, just lock the fuck in. Do you have kids? I don't have any kids personally. It's not petty. He gave you the choice. So here, I'm gonna explain. You're probably not gonna answer me directly, because nobody does. But let's say you go to sleep tonight, right? And you wake up tomorrow, and you're tied to some train tracks, and then I'm right there on a rock, just looking at you on the train tracks. I'm in safety. You're not in safety, right? And I'm just like, all right, tell me you love me, and right now, and I'll untie you from those train tracks before the train comes and does what trains do. And if you don't, I'll just leave you right there to be severed in, whatever, right? I put you in this position. I'm the one who set up the quote unquote punishment or the cons of you not doing the thing, and I give you the choice to do the thing. Am I automatically a good guy? Is that how that works? Since you choose to be you choose to be separate from God. Do you choose not to say you love me? And so you come with whatever. It's right that comes with whatever punishment it comes with, even though I'm the one that put you in that position. Is that how that works? That's a horrible comparison. Just saying that's a horrible comparison doesn't work. Show me how. I put you in a position where not doing the thing that I want you to do will result in some sort of horrible thing happening to you. But I give you the choice, so it doesn't make me a good guy. Because who created hell? Doesn't matter. Don't try to say like, oh, it was created for its demons and whatever the fuck. Not at all what I'm asking. Who created hell? Oh, talking to other people now. Thought so. Do you think three-dimensionally? I think so, as far as I know. Do you have any issues? Did I already, oh wait, no, my YouTube chat is lagging. I'm so sorry, y'all. Spider-Man is a known work of fiction. The works of the Bible are at least up for debate. Not the supernatural stuff. Ants don't, that's the Quran, my bad. Snakes don't talk, donkeys don't talk, and bushes don't talk. God would be considered abusive if he was a person. Exactly. But because he's omnipotent, I'm supposed to hold on to a higher standard. Do you believe the earth is round or flat? Not only do I believe that the earth is round, but I know the earth is round. And if you think the earth is flat, if you think the earth is shaped like a fucking CD, you need help. There's no better way of saying that. You need some help. The answer to your original question is there's some true stuff and some false stuff in both the Bible and Spider-Man. Yeah, fair. New York does exist. And there are people named Peter Parker. I go to bed. Have a good rest of your night, Reverse Starks. Appreciate you being here. Except for my bush. Your bush talks. What makes the earth round? It being round? Jesus saves. Jesus presses Control S. So what's your idea if we can create objects on X and Y axis in different dimensions? I mean, possible, you know, explanatorily speaking, something fourth dimensional is just playing around with, it's just making us a three-dimensional construct, sure, but, you know, no reason for me to accept that. Same way if like a drawing that I drew had consciousness, it would have no reason to then think that I created it. You say you know the earth is round, prove that. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth about something so evident. Do any sort of research whatsoever. Never, ever, ever going to go back and forth with a flat earther. It's just not going to happen. Flat earthers, fundamentalist Muslims, Calvinists, Hebrew Israelites, and children are the 5 people I will never go back and forth with, ever. Simply will not happen. I'm sorry. Education leads to atheism. Statistically, you are correct. May God fill your heart with what? Have you read the Dead Sea Scrolls? No, I haven't. Aren't they just like a not New Testament, Old Testament manuscript though? Also don't spam, it's my one rule. Dude is in the NASA cult. Alright, let me get you out of here. Flat earthers are not welcome here. Flat earthers are simply not welcome in my stream. Ever. If you're a flat earther, tell me right now. Who in here believes the earth is flat? Who believes the earth is flat? You sound like a sharp dude. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I like to think I am, but I have my stupid moments. Who believes the earth is flat? Come on, show yourselves. Because you were out of your league. Who are you? What type of church did you go? It's flat in pictures? In that regard, okay. Earth is flat as stated in the Bible. All right, blocked. That's simple. Can't do it. Won't do flat earthers. Sorry. Never going to happen. What kind of church did you go to though? I was in a Baptist, not a Baptist church, but a string of Baptist churches for 16 years, and then in an apostolic church for 2 years. I went to a Universalist church once though, and they were pretty chill. Earth's round, no debate there. There's literally zero room for debate. We can debate outside the planet, outside the universe as much as we want until the cows come home, but if we can't even get off the world that we live on is not a disc, holy fuck. How do you feel about Jesus? I'm up in the air about him, honestly. Did he exist? Did he not exist? Was he just a guy? Did he exist? For me, I'm stuck between not existing or just a regular guy, you know? I've heard convincing evidence from both sides on it. I know obviously mythicism isn't popular, but, you know, they give convincing arguments and they back up what they say. Conversely, people on that account for historical Jesus do give what's the word I'm looking for? Convincing arguments too. Did they ever preach from the Bible, or was it usually spiritual rituals? What the Baptist churches I used to go to do was they'll take like one or a few verses, read about them, and build a whole sermon off of them, and then just start yelling and hollering and playing the drums loudly, and then ask for money, and then get people out. To be completely honest with you, I'm not a flat earther. W. How is it the sun is a sphere, moon is a sphere, but earth is flat? Yeah, yeah. Never, ever, ever. So you basically were never Christian. I'm not going back and forth with you, Ben Woneman, or Benjamin, whatever the fuck. If you think I wasn't a Christian, take it up with yourself. Don't take it up with me. It's not going to be something I ever go back and forth about, because I know what I was. Bronze the goat, though, no debate. I would agree. Did you say education leads to atheism? That's where the statistics lead. At the very least, the more educated you are, the less likely you are to believe in a God. Are there exceptions, outliers, people that don't is it like a 1-to-1? Of course not. But in general, the statistics show that the less brain damage you have, the more educated you are, the less likely you are to believe in a God. You'll find out soon enough, I guess. MJ, I don't know, man. Bronze made he's got his flowers, dude. I think people are just saying MJ for the same reason they say that whatever music came out during the time that they were a teenager was the best, because like nostalgia. He's great. Don't get me wrong. MJ was goated, but you know, I mean, LeBron's right there with him if we look at the stats. That being said, I don't keep up too much of basketball. What's up, Dargon? How you doing today? I'm paranoid. I have too many spies. Try taking some Seroquel. You'll be a-okay. You'll be good. It's funny how some Christians look for some technicality in order to justify ignoring everything you say. It's really weird. Funny story skeptics. I asked that question earlier about the train tracks, and I have not gotten an answer back about it. But hey, I'm the one that's making the choice, so it's on me, and God's good regardless. Like, okay, dude, yeah, for sure. I respect your decision, but when your time comes, are you okay spending eternal life in hell? Yes, I am, actually. Because if the God that exists thinks that anything that I've done when I haven't done anything that horrifically bad in my life is worthy of hell solely because I don't believe he exists in the face of narrative contradictions, scientific impossibilities, and moral issues, then he's not a God I want to be with. And if the only alternative is hell, so be it. Oh, the funny statement, the more educated you are, most people or scientists that look into Jesus can't disprove it and turn to him. I mean, that's just outright incorrect. For the rest of the population, it's about, what, 2/3 of the world? No, less than that. It's like over half, but over half of the world are Christian, but past a certain point, that number drops down. Now, do some of them say like, oh, the science leads me to thinking God, believe God exists? Sure, but they're not saying I proved it. They're open and honest about it. Every single scientist that people lead me to, like why science led me to God or this, that, and the third, they always say like, it's not proof, but I looked at this evidence and found that God was the best explanation for it. Okay, sure. I can jive with that. But statistically, you are incorrect in saying that education leads you to Jesus. I say it's close, but look at the finals and the rings. I mean, I think LeBron's on his way, dude. He's on his way. Comment section doesn't love word around. Oh, you got filtered? The word around or hell or something? I don't know. I gotta check my filters on YouTube. Do you believe in Satan in the demon realm? No, I don't believe in Satan either. Also, yeah, okay, let me get you out. I got one rule, please don't break it. So remember that next time you come into the stream though. To be humans, we inherently don't know everything, so we may never know. I don't think we will either, but I just have no choice but to look at the information I have available to me. Do you believe in vitamin D? Do I believe in vitamin D? It's a real thing, sure. Do you think people who experience God are delusional? Having delusions, sure. Just their brain's been conditioned, sure. Honest hallucinations, sure. A false attribution of a natural event to a divine cause, sure. Or maybe they're lying, sure. There could be a multitude of different reasons. I can give you vitamin D. If science hadn't discovered vitamin D, would you believe it? Would I believe that vitamin D exists if science hasn't discovered it? No, because I wouldn't know what it is. What about when you have proof? What do you mean? Let's see here. Oh, they don't like the word fire? The hell? How was the world created? If you're talking about the planet through gravity, protoplanetary disks, if you're talking about the universe, I don't think the universe was ever created, in that I don't think it ever went from not existing to existing. You'd probably make fun of someone who did propose such a thing, right? No, I wouldn't. I'd just say, give me evidence for your claims. Especially considering that vitamin D and the concept of it isn't like really far-fetched. I'd say, okay, yeah, just, give me evidence for it. Show this thing to, show the molecule, give it a name, and call it a day, sure. Christians just making me lose brain cells at this point. How do you think I feel, dude? I always need either I can't say the one thing, but something stuffed with green stuff. One of those before the stream, or like a few shots or something, or like a beer or two. Well, the Christians always hyper fixate on one random thing being the reason for God. It's, you know what the thing is, Puff Gordy? A lot of them take like, they're just borrowing each other's arguments. Like a lot of people are just copy and pasting Kent Hovind or Cliff Nettle or something else. That's really all it is. See here. The entire universe, all of it? Yeah, I don't think the universe was created. I think it's always existed in some form. My bush talked to me when I set it on fire. Okay, you know what, Grand Dang, enough. Okay, enough. Enough of that. Okay? No. Come on. Come on, dude. Let's come on. Glocky29, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. God is real. Give some evidence. Give some evidence. That's all you gotta do. You can't see this friend, you can only imagine him. He's your imaginary friend. Would agree. Would agree. What would your drag name be? Oh man, what would my drag name be? Shit. What would my drag name be? I don't know. There's so many good ones. Probably like Bree Sprinkles or some shit. I don't know. We created the name God. I would agree. Anyone have the mildly traumatic experience of Baptist revival services? Funny enough, no. The closest I got to that was just like church retreat back in Georgia. We went to Georgia, but it wasn't like revival, like, you know, it's more like the Black Baptist sort of, you know, huge ass fire drag name. Okay, enough, dude, enough. Okay, no. God is real. Give some evidence. How do you explain these insane testimonies on how people became Christians? Do you say they're crazy? I wouldn't say crazy. Some of them are for sure, but there's a lot of different things that could, a lot of different explanations for them. Depends on the, you know, depends on the testimony. So you would reject the Big Bang Theory? The Big Bang doesn't claim to be the beginning, you know? It just claims to be the point at which the laws of physics start to make sense. The point of expansion. That's all it is. Personally, I think there was a, like, it goes in a cycle between expansion and contraction. This Big Bang Theory doesn't say one way or the other if the universe was created. It describes an expansion from a hot, dense state, not a creation of everything. Yeah, exactly. Once more people get that, I'll stop having to repeat myself, though. I'll say this, though. It's a lot more benign of a misunderstanding than people saying that I think something came from nothing. Bo West, I don't care what you think about my former faith. I'm not going to debate you about it. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about it. If you were just out for attention, here's your attention. But if think what you want about me. I know what I was. Think whatever you want about my life. So you think we're just chemicals in an accident? I don't like the word accident because it assumes that like things should have been another way but happened this way, you know? An accident is like I shouldn't have stubbed my toe, but I stubbed my toe. I think we're just a result of chemical processes and natural processes. That's it. Purely physical processes led to us here. Big Bang was my nickname in college. Mine was Biggie Smalls because my stomach was big, but no, never mind. I'm not going there. You're smart. Appreciate it, Janice. Thank you. I have my moments, though. I have my moments. Just have strong faith. It's okay to not believe. Why would I have faith in one particular religion over the other ones, though? You're attributing those physical processes to chance? Yeah, what's wrong with that? Theists are like flat earthers. I'll say this, Pied Piper, I would disagree with that. I think flat earthers are far dumber than theists. I mean, there's a lot of overlap there for sure, but I believe that believing in a god in and of itself isn't as dumb as thinking that the earth that we live on is shaped like the Tortured Poets Department of Vinyl. I think there's levels to this shit, you know. LOL, what's wrong with that? I'm not hearing a contention. Sicelli, thank you for the follow. So what made the Mobius strip? The Mobius strip can't physically exist. It's a drawing. Can there be a morality when we are simply obeying our chemical reactions? Yes, there can be. It can be something that we define as part of our experience. Or we can go with another way with explain to me how God created the universe. The Big Bang does point to a single point of origin. It does not. And if you don't believe me, take it up with a physicist or read the Wikipedia page about it. So we're just robots? I don't think we're robots. I think we're humans. What made you believe in God in the first place? It was the way I was raised. It was the truth I was told to from before I could ever question anything. Why'd you turn from God? Lack of evidence is why I turned from God. So can you elaborate on atheism? I know the basics, but I'd like to learn more. It's pretty simple. It's just somebody that doesn't believe in any God or God figures. That's all it is. I don't think there's a God, and that's really all there is to it. Do you like the Torture Poets Department album? It was pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not a Swiftie in the slightest, but I like her recent phase of going into the more like alternative indie sort of sound-ish a little bit. I think her best album was maybe Folklore. Yeah. 1989 and Third, and then like Red. I mean, no. Folklore, and then 1989, and then Red. That being said, I'm not a huge Swiftie. You won't catch me on Twitter saying, Tay T, yeah, stream Cardigan, or whatever the fuck. This Zlatan Ibrahimovic is my god. Solid. Happy to see you here. I'm happier to see you here. What's up, Keith? How you doing today? All I have to say is that everything that is happening now has been said in the Bible. That's just outright incorrect. Gary, thank you for the 2 roses. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love Folklore. Yeah, Folklore is really good. Yeah. I really like the soft indie sort of like, you know, if I name some people, you'll probably think I'm a hipster or something, but yeah, that's really my deal. I think she did her best job with it on Folklore. See, thank you for the roses. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 4 roses. Thank you, thank you. Hugh, do you seriously not see a problem with attributing such things as laws of physics to chance? No, I don't. Because, like, what's the alternative? Being so arrogant as to say something had to have made them for us, specifically? I'm not that arrogant. How do you think we were created? As humans? Evolution. If we go on one generation back, obviously our parents. If we're going like one species back through evolution, if we're going like as all the species back, I think abiogenesis. Yeah, just, you know, that's arrogance. You saying ha 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 lol isn't a contention. You're just it's just crying, basically. If you read the Bible, you would know. I've read the Bible twice, 2 times. They call me 2-time, baby. What's up, Hugh? What's up, Queen? How you doing today? Oh wait, no, shit, yeah, because TikTok's back. I told my subscribers to cancel their subscriptions because I was like, I don't want them paying for nothing if I couldn't be on TikTok, but then it came back after 14 hours. Fuck it, it's whatever. Time is ticking, bro. Please just go back to him before it's too late. Anthony, you're in an abusive relationship. I hope you know that. I want you to know that you're in an abusive relationship. You're in a relationship that tells you to go around trying to fearmonger to people to get them into your relationship. That's all that is. You have Stockholm Syndrome. Please, I want nothing to do with your Stockholm Syndrome. Keep that away from me. You believe that we came from monkey? Oh boy. Against all odds, have you still not researched evolution? God is the unmoved mover. He has to exist outside of creation to be that creator. By his nature, we can do things beyond our ability. He wouldn't be God if he was part of our created order. Okay, so just not existent. Because I call everything that's outside of our creation non-existent. So does everybody else. Complexity is a good demonstration of whether something has been designed. It's actually not. Simplicity is. I'm going to demonstrate it real quick. Think of anything, and I mean anything, that was created to be as complex as humanly possible for its intended purpose. You cannot do it. Think about something that was created for an individual purpose, that was created to do it in the most complex and efficient way possible. What's up, this guy? How you doing today? And anyways, why not thank your creator? What, my mom and dad? My dad's dead, and I don't talk to my mom anymore. I'm too queer to care about heaven. Solid. He was using his rationality and intelligence that was created by chance. Yeah, and? You not liking the idea of something being created by chance is not a contention. I don't know what to tell you. And if you just keep appealing to it, there won't be any room for productive conversation, so I'll just mute you. That's all that goes. That's all that comes back to. You think there's chance? Yeah. LOL, you think this is chance? And yeah. You're using your rationality and intelligence created by chance. Yeah. Give a logical contention or get out of my stream. It's that simple. Which is it going to be? Where do you think we go when we die? I think that we just cease to exist, honestly. I think that's it for us. I think we just, like before we were born, basically. Thoughts on abiogenesis? I believe that abiogenesis is true. All right, see you later, dude. See you later. Ugh. You know what? I don't need anybody like you in my life. Block. Why not? Why not? Let me just weed out the dishonesty. It's just, I don't need you in my life. Wait a second. I was going to just mute you and just like you can come back the next stream. Nah, man. What am I going to do? Hell no. Gain some honesty and come back on another account. What's up, Rico or Richo? How you doing today? What do you think is the point of life? I think it's up to us as individuals to figure it out for ourselves. I think that that we're the pilots of our own plane, basically. I love you, man. No homo. I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but I'm glad to hear that for sure. I don't know you, so I can't say I love you back and be not lying about it. But yeah, I'm glad you're here for sure. I'm talking to two of y'all. Don't worry, Bruce. You can keep it among them. I'm mostly preoccupied with TikTok at the moment. What do you think Christians' biggest problem is? Ooh. I don't know, man. That's a big one. That's a big one. The biggest problem of Christians. I'm trying to figure out if I should be logical or emotional with this, because I have answers for both. Hypocrisy, it's pretty huge. There's a lot of issues. I'll answer both. My biggest logical issue is that they simply don't believe in something that they've critically thought about enough to, well, maybe they have, but they haven't, what's the name? They just believe in something they cannot demonstrate to be real, beyond a shadow of a doubt. That's the biggest logical issue. The biggest emotional or like the subjective issue I have with them is that they, a lot of them just use the Bible as a weapon, you know? I try to put person before religion, and that would even include, like, as much as I want to blame just all behavior on their book, I think that unempathetic and unkind and disrespectful people are going to be unempathetic and unkind and disrespectful no matter what their religion is, right? And so I think that Christians are simply choosing to pick up a Bible that tells them to act one sort of way and use that as their weapon. So I say the hypocrisy for sure, yeah. You know? Some people choose guns as their weapon, some people choose knives, Christians choose a Bible. So those are my two biggest issues. Definitely God is imaginary. I don't know about friend though. As long as we can agree on imaginary, that's fine. Militant Christians, yeah. They use God as a genie when they want something and as a weapon when against people they hate. Exactly. How come you don't believe in a creator or a designer? Because I don't see anything that I know about the universe doesn't necessitate intentional creation. I probably need some water after this, but doesn't necessitate intentional creation. And a designer, because I don't believe that the universe doesn't appear to me in a way that it will look to be intentionally designed, but I don't know. All right, 1 second. I need some water. 1 second. Vasilis, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Never Kush, sounds like it's not the stream for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and block you, buddy. See you later. Ugh. See you later. Never coming back. Ugh. Get out of my life. Are any of you listening? It's one of those particularly like wall talking kind of nights. Oh man. Skadoosh! Get the fuck out of my stream, dude. Do you accept that there are three possibilities: a prime cause, no cause, or an infinite regress of causes, and we have more evidence for prime cause? That's just a reheated Elliott argument. The answer is no. I think that wait, why did my live end? Why did my live end? Are we good? Come on, why are we doing this? View details, what happened, what I do. Submit appeal, dude. Submit appeal, bro. Come on, what are we doing? Hate speech and hateful behaviors. This is the first time I've gotten banned twice in one night. How the hell does that happen? 2 times in one night? They are on my dick tonight, dude. Holy. Twice in one night? Are we fucking joking? Not somebody I want in my life. Hate speech and hateful behaviors? Are we fucking joking? Are we fucking joking, dude? Every complex thing I've ever encountered had a creator. If I see a house, I don't go tearing up the floorboards looking for the creator. I can look at it and know. Okay, so let me just apply your false equivalence fallacy to my argument. Every simple thing I've seen doesn't need a creator. I go up to a rock and I know that it did need a creator. Therefore, the universe didn't have a creator. So, there we go. How's the answer no? You need to elaborate. No, I was preoccupied. I was about to get to you, but I got banned on TikTok. So basically, infinite regress is like an infinite set of individual causes. It's like, I think that if you look at time not as like some linear construct, but rather it's like a description of the present, then infinite regress makes perfect sense. You know, every possible contention to it just goes automatically with that presupposition that, you know, we're moving through a time, like a linear time construct. That's literally it. Sorry, preoccupied. I got banned. Again. How the hell does that happen twice in one night, dude? 2 times? What are we doing? 2 times? Twice? We don't see people forming communities around their non-belief in vampires, but you'll see, well, we would see non-vampire believers form groups if vampire believers were running around harming others. Exactly. Exactly. There'd be no reason for me to do this as a non-vampire believer if people simply, you know, stopped going around and trying to legislate the country based on their belief in a vampire. Do you think the live finna get started up again on TikTok? I hope so, because I mean, both times were shit, you know. Because what did I like? Hate speech? Like, come on, dude. Normally the hate speech ones don't stick. The only ones that stick so far were like sexual exploitation, because I mentioned them. Because you can't say Muhammad's a pedophile apparently on TikTok, but. But yeah, so the hate, if it's a hate speech one, it probably won't stick, but yeah, 2 times in one night, are we fucking joking? You've never observed an infinite regress. One hasn't. Oh, if we're going to go by observation, we haven't observed a God creating a universe either. So are we going to switch it between from a reductio or inductive argument, or just you know, stick with your mode of like, which is it going to be? You know, I haven't seen an infinite regress of events because I'm 28 years old. Simultaneously, I've never seen a God create a universe either. Get your vampire belief out of politics, exactly. Please, for all of our sake. All right, let's check TikTok. Typically, the hate speech ones don't last that long, so I'll just wait a minute. Let's give it a minute. Well, we have observed a prime cause. No, we haven't. Haven't mentioned God yet. No straw man, please. Okay, I'm gonna go get you out of here. Is God just an imaginary friend? We haven't mentioned God yet. Don't straw man me. You're not gonna be somebody productive. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've talked to hundreds of you before. It's just not gonna happen. Never gonna happen, dude. I'm sorry. We haven't gotten to God yet. Look at my screen. I know what we're talking about. I'm not stupid. Maybe not the smartest person ever, but I'm not stupid. Maverick is straight bugging logically. Yeah. Saying we have observed a prime cause. No, we have not. and then trying to gaslight. The only reason I muted him or like timed him out for the hour, well, no, it's been a day, timed him out for a day, is because he tried to gaslight me. We haven't mentioned God yet. Don't straw man, please. When the literal whole topic of the stream is ex-Christian, now atheist, it's God just an imaginary friend. Like, no shit, we're talking about God. And no shit, when somebody reheats the Elliot argument, they're going to be talking about God. Duh. Like duh. Let's not be dumb here, you know? Alright, let's wait on TikTok. Last time it took like 17 minutes for the appeal to go through. So I guess we shall see. I probably got to start giving priority to the YouTube chat too, though. I'll say this: I do enjoy YouTube chat, even like for the goods and the bads, a lot more than TikTok. You can be more open about what you say. There's more schizo posters on YouTube, which I find like genuinely entertaining. Yeah, I'm enjoying YouTube more for sure. We can just say that about the universe and stop there, so we can demonstrate that the universe at least exists. One fewer assumptions needed. Exactly. Occam's razor. All it comes down to. There's nothing about the universe as a construct that we've observed physically that necessitates something outside of it to create it. And so until we do, we're just working with hypotheses on both parts. YouTube lives look like Facebook lives in 2011. But the audience, though, it's a lower audience, obviously. Like, I think it peaked at like 50 or so on TikTok versus like what I'm at 10 on YouTube currently. But you know, the audience themselves they're far more entertaining. If TikTok does get banned, I do look forward to giving all my time to YouTube and Twitch, but you know, this argument doesn't fly the best on Twitch. The UI is god awful. On mobile, yeah. On mobile, yeah. Not understanding something, go for it. What aren't you understanding? From either me or somebody else? Or from? Alright, let me click this real quick. Ugh. This? What aren't you understanding? I'll tell you what UI is god awful, the Twitter one. From either me or somebody else. The one on Twitter, I'm glad I only got 4 people watching over there, but the Twitter UI is putrid. This? You need premium to stream over there. It's like, what are we doing? The one on Twitter, I'm glad I only got. I can believe in the almighty, I can believe in almighty, powerful spirit. I just have no reason to. There's no proof of one. You need premium to stream over there. It's like, what are we doing? The going was coming. The coming was going. I like money. Brondo 420. What's that from? Twitter UI is so horrid. Yeah, especially for live streams is actually putrid. How dare you dead name X? I'm not calling it X, dude. Most. I've met some pieces of work, but most trans people are worthy of my respect. And even the ones that aren't, like, I get at the very least set an example by not dead naming them, right? I don't respect Elon even in the slightest to not dead name his site that he bought. Yeah, most. I've met some dude's an actual fucking stupid person. And even the ones that aren't, like, I get at the very least set an example by not dead naming them, right? I don't respect Elon. Okay, let me go ahead and I gotta mute all the sites that I stream on. This is starting to get to me. Sorry for the echo. I just gotta mute every site apparently. Mute this one. Ugh. Let me go ahead and go to this one. This one? Yeah. Oh wait, no, we're good on there already. Check this. Did TikTok die? Yeah, it died twice. Oh shit, I can't even see Instagram comments. God damn it, dude. This sucks. Alright, we're good. It's from a new Bible I'm writing based on the film Idiocracy. That movie was that was a very good movie. That's one of those, like, has something to say kind of movies, but doesn't, you know, it knows how to not just hit you over the head with it and be entertaining too. Alright, this is muted. I can't stream on Facebook until the 16th of next month. Just mute literally every last one of these. Every last one. There we go. I'm tired of these echoes. I can see you, Bruce. In my Bible, everyone that has a Costco membership goes to heaven. I'm cooked then. There's not a Costco. I think there's one like a few miles away, but not like super close to me. Still waiting for Naboo to get here. Oh god, are you a Scientologist? Or is that like Xenu or something? I can't. I don't know the difference at this point. All right. Let's see here. Let's do this. How you doing today? Oh, I feel like. I hate hearing myself talk. Go ahead and mute this. Ugh. Should be back either soon or next week. Yeah, they took down a live on TikTok for hate speech. It's my second time getting banned tonight. The first one was for suicide and self-harm because I said because somebody sent a really what's the word I'm looking for? Like grammatically incorrect comment. And I had no clue what they were talking about. So I was like, can you say that in a way that doesn't make me want to kill myself in GTA 5? And they took me down for it, but they restored me after like 15 minutes. And this time, I don't even know what I did. It was hate speech apparently. But the hate speech ones never stick. The only two that have stuck so far were sexual exploitation and gender-based violence because I said Muhammad was a pedophile. And I forget the one I got banned for before, but it was a while back. You can't do one on mobile? What's going on mobile? Alright, am I still live everywhere? I am. I am indeed. Other/watch party? Are we fucking joking? Other/watch party? Hello? Dude, why? Goodness, why? Why is this like this, dude? Edit, please. I'm just chatting, dude. This is just chatting, just chatting, just chatting. It's in just chatting, dude, please. Goodness me. I'm sitting here outside the fucking algorithm because they moved me to some stupid category. Oh, you came to ban evade? Okay, let me go get you on out. Ugh. Came here to ban evade, get honest, and then come back. But I'll address what you said though. An infinite regress has never been observed. Something being created by a prime cause has been observed, e.g., a child being born by intercourse. You straw man. Okay, so before I hid you on this on the on YouTube because you came back to ban evade. So let me just warn you. I don't want you in my stream. I'm telling you explicitly, I do not want you in my stream. Right? I don't want a conversation with you. So if you come back to ban evade on another account, this will have to go outside of YouTube. It'll go from me moderating you on YouTube to outside of YouTube. I can promise you. This isn't a threat, you know? I'm not saying I'm going to come, like, you know, do anything outlandish, right? I'll just leave it up to the people that are responsible for dealing with harassment. So please leave my stream alone. Anyway, I've got work in a couple hours, so let me get some sleep, interesting conversation. Oh yeah, appreciate you being here, Bruce. Take care. We have lots of concrete examples of man-made versus not man-made, while we have no concrete examples of God-made versus not God-made. Exactly. So yeah, while you're still here, while you're still in the chat, if you come back on a third account, it'll officially count as harassment. I timed you out on one. I hid you on the channel completely on your second account. Come back on a third. It will count as harassment, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that it is properly dealt with. So either find something else to do with your night, or deal with whatever comes with that. I believe it'd be pretty awful while when Anunnaki get here. They're probably here already. Oh, you believe in the Anunnaki, dude? You're one of those people, huh? No, stop. No, I don't believe in the Anunnaki or anything like that either. Nothing supernatural or divine, so. Oh shit, let me bring you. I need you over here. Because I need to see when I get unbanned. Because I will be unbanned. There was no good reason to ban me in the first place. Let's go ahead and refresh. Oops, still nothing. They're probably gonna take a lot longer if it's the second ban of the night. No, that seems compelling because it was an argument I used a lot back when I was a Christian. Funny enough, I didn't get to the part of my Christianity where I had to argue with other people or debate other people about it. You know, it was like I believe thing. I'm not gonna go. You know, I did like preaching, not preaching, but like on the streets, like as a teenager. Have you heard about the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and all this good stuff? But never to the point of going to people's YouTube chats on multiple different accounts to try to do my straw manny bullshit. The outer swamps of the algorithm. Yeah, we might be cooked. Might be GG. But we'll see though. We'll wait. We'll wait, see how it goes. I was a Jehovah's Witness, so I preached door to door until I was 25. Ooh, man. For me, it was just out on the streets in front of my church for, right before church service and right afterward, before I went home. Yeah, I couldn't do like door to door. I just, safety issue, but yeah. You know it's serious when Hugh gets serious. Yeah, I try not to get too serious doing this shit. Let me answer a DM or two, though. Well, either tonight or tomorrow. Shoot. You actually went to a church, they're evil. Evil's a word for some people in church, for sure. I wouldn't say by default church is evil, though. They just do evil things and worship an evil god. Or the new TikTok algorithm is on my ass heavy. There we go. There we go. Ugh. Church is often musty. Often, yeah. The one that I went to was pretty, well, the Baptist ones I went to were pretty musty. Like, they didn't have pews. They had, like, chairs. But the apostolic one I went to was pretty clean. Pretty nice. Nothing mega, but, like, well kept. Well kept, that's what I'm getting at. Thanks for submitting your appeal. Okay, yeah, 17 minutes is how long it took the last time, so hopefully it takes just as long this time and I'm back up on TikTok shortly. I'd go with that. I think evil is a very strong word, yeah. I think it's an appropriate word for the God of the Bible that they worship in church. I think it's appropriate for a lot of the actions that people do in church, especially like the leaders and shit. But some of the ideas that they propagate that are, putting young women on blast for being pregnant, I think that's pretty evil. But overall, church in and of itself, I wouldn't say it's evil. Just a worshiping of a false religion. Thou art a curious knave to slide into mine messages unbidden, yet thy wit is welcome. Speak plainly, Sirrah, for I have not the time to untangle riddles, nor the patience of foolish jest. What the hell? What did I just read? What the hell did I just read? What the hell? Vainty, what was that? Come on, what are we doing? What's going on here? All right, refresh. Refresher. I'll just close Live Studio in the meantime. I'll bring this over here to my regular thing. It's C, of course it is. The fuck was that, dude? Where'd you even get that from? They're just uneducated and really don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, I would agree. A bunch of verbiage. Those were definitely words. Vanity. It's spelled Vainty. V-A-I-N-T-Y. Did you spell it on my end? It says Venti, like the I and the N are you're wasted as shit. Oh, this might not be a good stream for you then. It's about to get real heavy here soon. Yeah, dude. Does anybody else see it? Vainty. I can't be the only one, right? Can't just be me, right? Right? Or did you like just make the account or just rename it or something? No, if so, I mean, you should be good. You should be good to either you should be good to go in like YouTube Studio and change your name. How do you think that abiogenesis started? I mean, the process was so gradual. I wouldn't say there was like one defined starting point that I could verify. You know, just a bunch, and I mean a bunch and a bunch and a bunch of different processes and a bunch of different things that led to the formation of lipids and DNA and well, not maybe not DNA, but amino acids and things that gave way for the first self-replicating organism. I think it was all downhill from there. It started with pooping, no joke. Wait, what started with pooping? Wait, are you talking about abiogenesis? How did poop come before the organisms that can poop? Am I just stupid? Don't answer that, by the way. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, TikTok. I know it's my second ban of the night, but if the first one was shitty and y'all admitted it was shitty, like surely just check out the second one, right? Surely. I hope this isn't like the new TikTok algorithm I got to expect, where you know, it's possible to get banned like this and just like not get back. Abiogenesis, hardy har. A bowel genesis maybe. I'm a theologian. I study all the religion. Has Hindu being one of the oldest ones? Yeah. Isn't it Hinduism and like Zoroastrianism or something that are the oldest religions? Am I thinking of that right? It was some other one that might be older than Hinduism that we can verify, but I can't remember. Fun fact, I'm currently reading the Quran. Not necessarily at the behest of all the Muslims that want me to read it, but because I figure if I'm going to maybe expand the stream, because I think Christianity and Islam, with those being the two biggest religions, are the two most harmful on our planet, right? So obviously, it'd be best to familiarize myself with what the claims of the Quran actually are. And my God, that book is horrific so far. The thing is, like, Muslims have the nerve to say peace be upon him to Muhammad, but he was such a violent person. The hadith is long. Yeah, the hadiths are, I haven't gotten to the hadiths yet, but, you know. Maybe am I reading it backwards? I don't know. I know the hadiths are optional for some of them, but also inspire word of Allah, so. Yeah, I guess. Alright, let me, okay. You'll receive a notification as soon as you receive an update. Come on, dude. Why are they putting the system? Okay, so like, I'll even show you guys real quick. Am I going to show you? No, it's too complicated. But basically, when you submit, so when you submit an appeal on TikTok for a ban, they tell you over like a systems notification. And it's just, it comes up as like one of your regular notifications, like somebody commenting on your videos, basically. And they have the nerve to keep putting the systems notification at the very top of my notifications, which makes me think, oh, it's the newest one, so I'm receiving some information back. And it just turns out to be the fact that they received my appeal. I think parts of the Hindu Vedas predate even the oldest book in the Bible too. Yeah, even Judaism. Well, I mean, technically, like the first 5 of the books are that's the Torah, that's Orthodox Judaism for you. But yeah, there's the Hindu scriptures definitely predate the Jewish text for sure. And even in Judaism predates Christianity, obviously, and both predate Islam. So this motherfuckers can't agree on like what the one God that exists actually has to say about us, and that's kind of weird. Ugh, dude. I just want to hear something back. Predates the Torah is much more succinct. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was the hell am I doing? I'm sorry. I can speak freely on YouTube. I smoked a big fat fucking joint before the stream. I smoked a big fat fucking joint before the stream. It was huge too. I got the raw the extra long ones. I'm sorry to take this out of the realm of religious discussion, but I can't talk about this on TikTok, but I can talk about it on YouTube. So if I seem spacey out of it, like I'm tripping over my words a lot more, it's because I'm high as fuck. It's because I am high as giraffe pussy right now, dude. I am very much stoned at the moment. What's back? I mean, what's back? What's good? What the hell is this name I'm reading? The hell am I reading right now? Lord Lovemorn of the Shadow Veil Goth Women. You know what? W name. Hell yeah. I can't even use. Oh wait, yeah, I can. I have to close the live studio though. Wait, right there. Just hold on. Hold on. Open this up. Open this up. Open this up. Yes, I would like to open it. If God finds pleasure in the smell of burning flesh, then you can enjoy some pot, right? If God says, don't not do this, like, if God doesn't say don't do the slavery, but he instead says, here's how to do the slavery, I could smoke a big fucking joint here and there. Oh wait, here we go. To your name, Lord Lovemore. I hit a 1,000. I'm still call you C over here too. That's a lot. That makes me feel a lot less silly than calling you Lord Lovemore. I ate a 1 gram edible and it barely moved the needle. Oh man. I pray that that kind of tolerance never finds me. I love weed. At the very least, I love being high so much that I don't smoke that often or don't use it that often. Because I like the experience of having like a lowish tolerance much more than I like being supernaturally high, you know? Alright, let's figure this out here. Any word, any word, any word, any word. No word. No word. We might have to just call it a night on this one. Just come back tomorrow. It will give me the opportunity to come back and do an afternoon stream too. I really much prefer doing afternoon streams whenever I do them versus these night streams. Like the night ones bring in more interesting people, but the afternoon ones bring in like people that are more capable of tracking. And that's what I'm after, you know. I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm about to finish this joint before I get back on TikTok because I think even like if they're this hard on me that they try to get me for like twice in one night, then they probably don't even want to hear me flicking my lighter. Wait 1 second. Where'd I put my lighter? God damn, 2 times in one night is fucking crazy. It's the first time I've ever been banned twice in one night, ever. And if neither of them go through, I know the people were. I don't know if it's even people reporting me. Has TikTok been weird for anybody else recently? Does China hate weed? I don't know about China. CCP hates anything really, so I wouldn't put it past them. But I can say for certain that TikTok does. Can't talk about it on there. Can't say anything drug related. Yesterday I said the word psilocybin, and they took me down. I appealed it. That got it back, but you know. Oh wait, no, it wasn't like a takedown. It was a flag, so I had to restart. But yeah, said the word psilocybin after somebody else in the YouTube chat was talking about mushrooms, and gave me a flag for it. Wait 1 quick second. Yeah. Yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Just the Latin, yeah. It's so weird because you can talk about alcohol on there too. I mean, I guess it's legal for, especially for me, because I've verified my identity on there and they know I'm over the age of 21. But even saying the word psilocybin or talking about weed, I've gotten so many live takedowns for drugs. It's not even funny. I think what I want to do is get on an alt account and then like repeat the words of certain drugs and see which ones can be banned or not. Because so far mentioning heroin, meth, coke, weed, and psilocybin got me taken down. I want to see which drugs are kosher and which ones aren't. Just get on live, say LSD, 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 acid, LSD. Just say it over and over, see if I get taken down. And then just knock it off the list. I don't know. Anyway, though, I'll probably get off here soon. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Let's do it. Let's get off. Let's call it a night. Be back tomorrow. I'll try to be back tomorrow afternoon. I keep sleeping in, dude. I keep sleeping after my shift. I should stop doing that. I should stay awake after my shift and bang out a stream, and then go to sleep and maybe start like another late night one, or I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, take care. See y'all later. Follow the other places, I guess. All in my link tree. All in my description over on YouTube. But yeah, see you later. Take care.